Hello YouTube, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Wizardry 1, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. In our last couple of adventures, we've explored mostly around floor 1 in the basic dungeon. Haven't gotten too far, and we're almost at a level where we can move to the next floor, but we want to make one more level. So in our last episode, we went to visit Murphy's ghosts and explained all what that factors into. And we're going to go back there today and fight them 3 more times. And then we're going to go down to floor 2 after we heal back up. So, as I've been mentioning in the last couple of videos, if you want to follow along with the maps, I've advised you to go look them up. But I'm going to go ahead in this video, I'm going to link the maps that I found that work really well because they have the legend and everything you need to go with it. So it won't hold you up. You can look right at it, you can see what everything is, and you can follow along if you want to. But I'll keep linking these maps in with all the videos we make so you can see them. But for now, let's go hit that maze. And I already healed up all our characters off screen, so we didn't have to sit through that. We don't want to take the stairs, so we're going to go this way. Down the end of the hall, turn right, go through the door, turn left, turn right, all the way down, keep going. Bam. Secret door with a teleport. So, if you remember from the last time, here's our 3 mystery doors. There's our 2 on the left that make a circle, basically, and they come out over here. They go behind the 3 rooms that are in front of us. The room directly in front of us is where the teleporter is that'll send us right back here. The door on the left is where the bronze key was, and the door on the right is where the Murphy's ghosts are. And if you ever get confused in this room, all you have to do is turn around, and if there's no doors behind you, then you know where you are. So we're going to go forward and in this right room. And here's the gem-encrusted statue. I'm not going to read it again. I read it last time. If you want to read it, pause the video, take a moment, read it. We'll wait. Now we're going to search it, and we found a Murphy's ghost, and we surprised him. So we'll just do the simple fight, parry, parry, parry. As I said last time, Murphy's ghost usually has about 100 hit points. Usually does about 2 damage a shot if it hits. Sometimes it misses. But it seems like he's going to do better than we did. So bet all your money on the ghost, I guess. And the reason we're doing this is because our mage needed about 1,750 experience-ish last time. And we get 700 for killing this each time. So if we do it 3 more times, we'll have enough so that everybody can make a level. And we'll be in better shape to take on floor 2. And the further you go down, the better gear you get. And at this point, I don't think it should be a problem to take it out 3 times. We don't really need to use any spells. We're doing pretty good, and our characters are pretty built up now. I think about 7 or 8, this encounter, level 7 or 8, this encounter kind of tapers off for its usefulness. So if you did want to power level a party, or you lost a party member, you can bring them back here, and you can fight Murphy's ghost for a while, get him back up to level 8 fairly quickly. So that gets you an easy way to recover in case your character dies and you can't get him back to the castle. And even if you do, if the priests fail to resurrect him a couple of times and just totally destroy him. So like last time, we leave. Oh, hey, we got bonus encounter. and they're gonna surprise us. So whatever. These guys aren't tough. And I really appreciate anyone who's watching these to actually take the time to observe some of these classic games that we're playing. They hold the entire history of all the RPG games out in the world today. So when you look back on this, you can see what things were like at the beginning. So we came out, and if we're looking at the wall with no doors, then we need to turn around. Go back in. So when you do see a commonality between this game and something more modern, you realize where it came from. Kind of see the inspiration behind the developer that made whatever game it is you're playing now. And like I said in the first video, this uses a pretty standard Dungeons and Dragons type rule set. So you get the standard AC, hit points, 1d8, 1d4, damage. It's dice rolling on a digitized level. And the game is your dungeon master. So you don't have to find a dungeon master. And the 6 party members in your group are your 6 friends. So this is like having a Home Alone D&D session. And for those of you that have been watching, I apologize for not putting any videos up yesterday. I had a kind of important meeting and pick some stuff up. So maybe tomorrow as a bonus, I'll make a vlog with the little GoPro and show you what I got, so you can get a look at that and maybe get a better idea of who it is that's talking to you here. That's all time dependent, of course, because I did want to do some more No Man's Sky streaming, so maybe I'll get a long stream for that, take a break and go film some things, come back and do some more games. And I still have to do the song for this week, so you're going to be as surprised as what it sounds like as I am. So I did want to kind of get through this so we get to see the games, and then I get some time to work on the song for the week, because I would like to put it out on the schedule. And we do seem to be doing a little better. Every time we increase a level, it does seem to help a little bit. So one more time. We only got 1. That's okay. I liked it better when one time we had the 2 of them. Double the experience, double the fun. So somebody did ask me what the system requirements to play this game were, because they thought maybe they might want to play it themselves. Since this is a DOS game, if you have anything that can run Windows, you pretty much can run this game. There's DOSBox type emulators for Linux, there's DOSBox type emulators for Windows, for Mac. You can pretty much run it on any modern system. You figure if this would run on a system from 1981, it shouldn't have any problem running on a system that was made in even 2001. The resources are trivial, so that's not something you have to worry about. If you did want to play it, you would have no problem playing this particular one. And I think the first 3 really don't have any serious system resource requirements. After that, 5, 6, 7, and 8, it varies a little bit because they did have Windows versions or Mac versions. So there you have to take that into consideration. But it's still not severe. So I think the last one of these came out in about 2001, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know. I know it was a long time from when the first one came out, but not fairly recently. And there's our third time, I think. So that should get us enough experience to make a level. So if we camp, we can look at number 6 and see that he has 17,340 experience. And that's right under the gold, which is right under his race of elf. So that should be close enough. I think I remembered that right. So we're going to head back because this isn't going to do us much good. We've got better things to do, and this is not the most effective way to gain levels after a certain point. And besides, the way back isn't exactly easy, so. Okay, and here's the darkness. So we're going to go down 1, turn right. The easiest way to do this is to go until you bump the wall, turn around, go back 2, and that takes you to the out of bounds area. And I know it's hard to talk about where you're going, and that's why I suggested maybe you have the map open while we're doing this, because then you can follow along a little bit and see the areas we're going through that the game doesn't actually visualize. Okay, let's go to the end, and we're going to start at the beginning, and we'll go ahead and let him heal by staying at the end. It'll be a little quicker. Then he gains a level. And finally, got some good experience points. That's going to help a bunch. Because I was getting a little worried with him being so low. Put the guy in front who doesn't have the biggest experience pool. He gained a level. 45. So it's starting to average out a little bit. That's why I don't give up on characters right away. Sometimes they come into their own just a little bit later, a couple levels in. And he gained a level. 3 hit points. So he's starting to lag behind, but maybe he'll catch up. And our priest gained a level. And our thief should have gained a level. And I just sent him to the stables because he doesn't need any healing. And our mage gained a level. Now, just out of curiosity, let's see if our fighters would make no, they're still good. So let's send our mage in and find out what our high point is for making a level. 11,532. So we've got a little ways to go, which is fine because we get more and more experience the further we go down on the floors, and that'll be okay. But we do have a goal and an idea of what we got to do. So we're going to leave. Now we're going to leave town. We didn't get any equipment, so we don't have to identify anything or do anything like that. There is no more equipment for us to buy at the moment. So let's go to the maze, leave camp, no, and now we're gonna head down this hallway, all the way down, out. Lots of monsters. But we should trim them down pretty quick. At this level, on the first floor, we pretty much got it handled. So that's surprising. 5 points of damage to one of our characters. And even though Wizardry doesn't have an extensive inventory system where it has named weapons and things of that nature, there are some special things that you can get that do certain things. Once you get those things, you can convert different characters to different classes. You can cause them to do different types of damage, more damage. There's +1 weapons. I don't know if there's +2 weapons in this version. I don't recall. But I do know there's +1 armor. But it doesn't have the things like Breastplate of Valor, things like that. It was a simpler time, and we had to itemize our equipment fairly easily in these kinds of programs. So, when we come down the stairs, we don't always end up linear to position in the map to where we were on the floor above. So it could be offset. They could all be in the lower left-hand corner of the map, technically, and it could stack. This is just an entry point into the level. So when you go down a level, you need to find your frame of reference as to where you are before you move. So we are at the stairs. We are probably heading south. So if we go forward, to the right here is actually a one-way door coming towards us if you go around. But we're not going to do that because mostly we can't. And one cool thing, if you get a little lost, you can actually see, as I'm showing here, the stairs going up in the roof above you. It's kind of a cool trick for the age of the game, but you can see the shaded area in the roof, and that is kind of neat that they bothered to put that in there. So, need to go down here. We don't want to go through that door because the door there virtually leads to the stairs down to level 3. I don't quite think we're ready for that yet. So we're going to go in here, and this should be a teleporter, I believe. No, it's not. Okay. Let's see, this is our first encounter on this level, and as you move down, the game introduces you to different types of encounters as you move through the floors. The first floor was all melee fighters. As you get lower, you get things that use spells, you get things that use breath weapons, and then eventually you get things that use instant death spells. So you kind of have to account for that. But it's going to get more complicated. We're going to meet dragonflies that have breath weapons. We're going to meet other things that have breath weapons, and we're poisoned. Great. That was what I was afraid of. These slimes should die fairly quick, but as soon as we get done, we do need to cure that poison. It usually will not go away on its own. now I have 2 characters poisoned. And you can see they're taking damage each time. Now I don't want to cure the poison yet, because if we do, they're just going to get poisoned again. And hopefully we have the cure poison spell. Yep, they're all 3 poison. Awesome. Okay, and as you can see, that was a fairly tough encounter, and we got less than we did for fighting the Murphy's Ghost. So let's see if we have it. Okay, we do, and it did cure him. And Latumofis is a spell that removes poison. I don't know that it can fail. So let's heal him back up. Dial is a better healing spell than Dios. So that gives a little more healing. Okay. Let's see if we can go in here. See a statue of a bear on a pedestal. On the wall is a sign reading, "I've got a million of them." Don't remember what happens when you search. Get an item. Okay. Okay, and a man in robes is going to be a caster, and a man in chains is probably going to be a brigand type. So we need to take out that caster as fast as we can. Cantios is confusion. Oh, he doesn't have that yet. Better I spelled it wrong. No, wrong version. That's the one we want. Molito is a area of effect spark spell. Should do 3 to 18 points of damage to half of the monsters in a group. Okay, so our character's dead, and that was an instant death. And this is the sad part about this game. You get a instant death instance that happens, like a beheading, which it usually is, but there's death spells where no matter what you do, that character is instantly dead. They don't roll to save, they don't get an opportunity to block it, they're just dead. Now, when I said before that we're not playing Wizardry 4, the reason we're not playing Wizardry 4 is because I don't want to deal with the instant death stuff. I think we did get teleporting. We're going to cast... Oh, no, sorry. Forgot. All our characters shifted up one. And then I also forgot that's a mage spell. And I also forgot how to spell it. So as you can see, I'm not perfect. So we're facing west. 8 east. North. Okay. We didn't get teleported. Yep, that's where we're going to go. So you get to see resurrection at least. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to inspect 6, and we're going to unequip all of his stuff. And we're going to take all of his stuff. Because if he turns to ash, then we don't get anything that he's holding. It just disappears. So now we go to the Temple of Camp, and we're going to try to revive. And see, this is what I was talking about with it being extremely expensive. It's 1,750 coins to resurrect a level 5 character. And every level that you have over that, it goes up even more. I think Ingrain has all our stuff. And he was healed. So, whatever magic they have here can apparently reattach heads. That's cool. I'm good with it. Sometimes you just don't want to question it. And this is one of the reasons why you put your priest as your first backline character, because they can wear chain. So if in case something like this happens, you get the benefit of still having somebody with some armor class instead of your thief who's basically wearing dirty rags. So now we need to go give him his stuff back. We got 6, 6, 6. And this is important. Remember to re-equip their equipment, because you can walk out and leave all their stuff, forget all about it, and then wonder why you died again. So I'm not fooling with this healing right now. So let's just let them heal up and see how they end up. And with the Murphy's Ghosts, even if one of your characters dies, It's not the end of the world. You can't get too upset about it. Chances are good if you died, it was either you were where you weren't supposed to be yet, or the game mechanics just worked against you. So you kind of got to go, all right, starting over with a new guy. So we take the new guy, you put him in your party, you go down, you fight the Murphy's Ghost a bunch of times, you make him up to a good level, because even though the rest of them need 11,000, 17,000 experience, he only needs what a level 1 needs, and he still gets 700 experience each time you kill one. So his levels will come up a lot quicker, and he will eventually, maybe not catch up, but he'll at least get within range of the other ones so that they can be competitive again. But that's how you get him close after you start a new character. Because really, death in this game is inevitable. It will happen to you. You will lose characters. They will die. You'll bring them back. The priest will fail. He'll turn to ash. The priest will fail again. The ashes will just blow away. So then you have one more character missing. Nobody's perfect. Stuff happens. Just take it as it goes. There's no sense getting mad about it. Now back to the maze. Since we're trying to stay evil, we need to keep fighting these people. Because I think I was actually wrong in the first video that I made where I said if they're friendly and you're evil and you let them live, you'll stay evil. Well, it makes sense. It's contrary to what evil would do. So I think I was wrong. I think if they're evil, if you're evil and they're friendly, you still have to attack them. And if you were good, you would still attack them anyway. So that's irrelevant. What we really need to do is get down to a lower floor so we can get better gear. Wrong way. Go this way. Okay. Priest, scruffy men, small humanoids. And the adventure continues. The parties get bigger. If we take out the priest, they won't be able to heal them, so that'll help make it a little easier. The small humanoids are probably kobolds. They're probably going to run away. The scruffy men have a high likelihood of running away. So I think we're going to be okay. As long as none of them have any instant death moves, we're good. It's kind of a sad thing that Wizardry 4 is basically just an adventure in instant death moves against you, because it just becomes a repetitive process of restarting your game. And in these type of games, it doesn't usually work so well. So it's just frustrating. That's the game where you can actually break your keyboard and be upset. Okay, I think we got a key that time. Statue of a bear. That's what we got. So the game has keys and statues that let you use different things, get to different places. They're all kind of important. More priests. Priest first. We missed. So we got 2 of them. The rogues aren't too bad. It's when they're ninjas that it's bad, because the ninja has a pretty good decapitate move. That is what you do not want to see. Just a shame when you go from full health to 0. They do run away a lot. So sometimes what seems like it's going to be a hopeless situation doesn't turn out quite as bad as you think. We surprised them, so hopefully we can take out 3 of them. So we don't want poison anymore. But instead, we're just going to miss. Great. Creeping Cruds. Great names, right? Poison. Dang it. Well, that poison removal spell is going to get a workout today. But we did find a helm, so maybe that's worth something. I don't think Cure Poison fails. So that's good. Okay, level 1 priest. There's only 2 of them, so. And the level 1 is kind of deceptive. They're not necessarily level 1. Thief needs to step it up a little. Okay. This is probably going to be bad. They aren't hard to kill, but the poison is just really annoying. Remember, Latomorphis is the remove poison. We have no more remove poisons. So we need to take those out. Now, when you get down later, there are vampires that will level drain you. Keeping in mind the harsh nature of this game, a level drain is permanent. Great. It was too good to be true. Stop fidgeting around here. And like in any standard adventure game, priests go out first, rest go out second. That's your priority, because you don't want your damage being healed, and spellcasters can do way more damage than melee can do at this level. Okay, so let's hurry up out of here. And the poison does tick away, so you'll see he did take some damage. But either the spell or going back to town will remove the poison, so there's a multitude of ways you can get it taken off. But we got to see a bit of level 2 today. We did pick up our bear statue. So I'm going to stop this here because we need to do a little bit more fine-tuning on our equipment and things of that nature, see how we're doing. And we've got some damage on pretty much most of our characters. So I'll heal that up before the next episode and show you the changes that we get. And that episode should be up tomorrow, so there's nothing to worry about there. So barring any acts of God or power outages. But anyway, hopefully you're enjoying this series, and I would like to hear your opinions if you'd like to see me play something else. On top of this, with this, I've been playing No Man's Sky, but it's not really a story game. You just explore and see things. I don't know how long that story is going to last, and I'd kind of like to get set up to start the next series that you guys would like to see. So if there's something you want to see, please let me know in the comments. And if you like the videos or the series or the idea of what I'm doing, go ahead and subscribe and like the video for me. It really helps me out. So until next time, I'll talk to you later.